dear friends and my dear students. For first year PUC English, we have got reflections as our textbook. In that, unit number 3 is around a medicinal creeper. This unit, around a medicinal creeper, is written by Purnachandra Tejasvi, and he is the son who was born for KV Puttappa. KP Purnachandra Tejasvi, who was born in the year 1938 and who lived up to 2007. He is not only a Kannada writer, but he also, in his Kannada writing, he wrote a Bandaya Sahitya or Bandaya epoch. A new era was started by him in his writings. He is not only a novelist, but also a photographer, orientologist, publisher, painter, and environmentalist. He who has written number of short stories, and the number of short stories were collected under the head called Abburina Post Office. In the early stages of his writing career, Purnachandra Tejasvi wrote poems, but later he concentrated on short stories, novels and essays. He has a distinguished style of writing which has provided him and the whole Kannada literature a new era in our Kannada literature. This is what we have to know from him. The realities were exposed by him. His writings are of distinguished style that could be seen in this short story as well. We know very well how our ancient doctors and native doctors were of superstitious belief, and due to their superstitious belief, what were the things which were lost by us, what were the things which were about to be lost by us. In this unit we can see it. Around a medicinal creeper, it is a unit which describes the stories around the medicinal creeper. Purnachandra Tejasvi has written this story, and this is an unusual story of an medicinal creeper. There were so many stories about this creeper, and some of them were true, some of them were imaginary, and some of them were totally false. To go beyond these stories and learn some facts about this plant took me almost 20 years. Here Purnachandra Tejasvi says that he has taken nearly 20 long years to know some of the facts about the creeper because of the 3 types of stories which are available for him, or which were available for him. Some of the stories were true. He has to find out, he has to distinguish between the true stories, imaginary stories, and totally false stories. That's why he has taken nearly 20 long years to know few facts about the creeper. How did he come to know about the creeper can be seen here. Once a coffee seed bed has to be protected from the sun, so a shade has to be prepared. Mara has sent Sana to bring creepers from the forest. A coffee seed bed has to be prepared, and to prepare the shade, for that they have to build with the bamboo sticks, and further the bamboo sticks have to be tightened with the creeper. When Mara sent Sana to bring the creeper from the forest, he bought a whole bundle, and while shifting that bundle, Mara found that one of the creepers were found by him, so he scolds. So how can he pluck that creeper from the place? Because it is an unusual medicinal creeper. So out of curiosity, the narrator joined Mara and Sana to know about the creeper. When they have reached the forest, Sana has shown the creeper which has been cut by him and which has been brought by him in the bundle. So when Sana has got the threatening from Mara, when he has scolded him, at the time he says plenty of creepers were available there in the forest. In the meanwhile, Mara said, "You better show me that." So when proof was given by Sana, out of curiosity further, who questions here? the narrator. Do you know what was the question? The question was that, what makes you to tie that creeper to the nearby tree? So, do you know what happens here? When Sana has shown the creeper to Mara, immediately Mara went towards the creeper and tied it to the nearby tree. Then he questions, what made you to tie that creeper in so hurry? Do you think that will it run away? Then Mara tells about the curse which was there for the creeper from a sage. The sage cursed that this creeper should not be available for the fellow who will be in search of it to save the dear life. This is what he says. The actual reason for this, which was found by the narrator further, was its lifespan will be very short. Only during the rainy season it is going to be available. It bears the fruits quickly. Meanwhile, it flowers and it dies. Because the duration of life or the span of life for this creeper is very short, that's why to make it available throughout the seasons or throughout all the seasons, this is what the people do, was thought by the narrator. Further, we will see that the wonderful stories of Mara here. How was the stories of, or how were the stories of Mara? To know that, we have to go in detail the unit. You don't know about this creeper. It has been cursed by a sage. The curse is that when someone needs the plant, they shall not find it. According to Mara, this is what the curse of the sage. What was the reality which was found by the narrator? So when you want it and search for it, you won't be able to find it for dear life. That's why when you find it, you must immediately tie it to a nearby plant so that it will be laying there, explained Mara. So Mara explains here the two phases for tying that particular creeper. This creeper has small leaves resembling the bitter leaves and bear fruits in a bunch like grapes. Immediately after the rains, this plant comes up and flowers very quickly, puts forth flowers and fruits and dies. So only after the rainy season, these creepers will be available for us. That's why to make it available throughout the year, this is what they are going to do. But Mara's stories are so bizarre that one does not know which is true and which false. What is the reason behind not believing in Mara's stories? Mara's stories may not have got any proofs at all. Just he believes and it is followed by him. This is not confined to only people like Mara. The entire system of Indian medicine suffers from this kind of mystification. So with this false belief, the Indian medicinal system will be under threat. And the threat was that the people who know about the creeper disappears from us day by day. Likewise, the forest, when there is the raw material, then there may not be any person to know about it because they will have false beliefs, and these false beliefs will set back us to know from the medicinal creeper's qualities. But in spite of the efforts which were made by the writer, he tries to know it out of his curiosity. Further, he tells these things. Now the forests are disappearing, and the people who know about the forest and these things are also leaving us one by one. If there will be the people who know about the forest, then the forests may not be there further. That's why we will have a setback. One must realize that it appears, it disappears, the other becomes useless. If forest is available, if the people who know about the forest may not be there with us, then the forest will be of no use. In the same way, vice versa. I am very keen to share the information I have with someone, but this is the main weakness of so many people. This is the major setback of so many people. The people didn't want to share their ideologies with others. they feel that the knowledge has to go with them and the information should not be shared. But the writer is of unique quality, and his uniqueness is that he wanted to share the information which he knew. Further, he says there, someone should be aware of those things, but whenever I try to discuss the unique properties of these plants and herbs with my doctor friends, they became annoyed, call me an ignoramus, and even squawkable with me. The people who are there in the position to preserve these informations, they themselves are quarreling with K.P. Purnachandra Tejasvi, and they didn't want to discuss them. Instead of discussing, they will get angry with him because they may not know about it. We usually lose the temper the moment when the things are unaware to us. In the same way, even the doctor friends who have to know about these creepers, they were unaware. That's why they quarrel with him. And they will even say how unaware you were about these creepers or creepers. They became annoyed, call me an ignoramus, and even squawkable with me. They are going to quarrel with him. Let's see, the people who are actually there in the responsibility to protect them, they are going to quarrel. That day, though Mara, tying up the plant, praised it to the skies, saying that every inch of it was medicinal, he did not tell me what exactly it cured. Purnachandra Tejasvi here says, Mara couldn't explain all the things which are imbibed in the creeper or its medicinal property, but he said that every inch of that creeper was medicinal. But he didn't tell which disease or diseases can be cured by the creeper. But he had tied that particular creeper to the nearby tree. Instead of tying it to the tree, it may be tied to his neck, but nobody is going to be worried because his stories were unbelievable. What types of stories will be told by Mara? Unbelievable stories. In the further part of the unit, we are going to see the marvelous stories of Mara. But his stories were marvelous even when they were not true. So what types of stories are there? Unbelievable stories were of Mara. Among such stories, we will know here few. One day, it seems Mara had gone to the forest to bring some bamboo shoots home. When he went there with an axe, while cutting the bamboo shoots, unexpectedly he cut his hand. When he cut his hand, the blood ran out, and meanwhile, we can see here the people who are around him have gathered there, and they even cut some of the leaves and they put it hard against the wound. One of the fellows who were very keen, he torn his lungi and tied a temporary band-aid. But Mara is not happy with this. He goes towards the doctor at Hulihindalu for further treatment. He carefully held his hand. When the doctor comes with kit to give the treatment to the fellow who had got the hurt, when the band-aid was opened, then he realizes that there may not be the presence of wound at all. Meanwhile, it may not even have the blood too. This is what we have to know. But as a proof, he shows there the blood stains which were there on his cloth and says that, sir, I am not lying. I am not lying because it is true. Whatever I have said is true. Do you know what is the reason? Why did he say the truth? Why did he say the truth? He said the truth because he has to get the treatment. But doctor disbelieved him because the wound was not there. Because the wound was not there. At last, the doctor has given him the offer. Do you know what was the offer? If you show me the leaves which were placed here, I am going to give my entire estate. Mara was filled with greed and he tells him, definitely he will show him. But from morning till evening, when both went in search of the creeper, they didn't find. Then doctor got angry. He shows the pistol and he tells that you are too greedy enough. That's why I will shoot you down if you may not show me the creeper or plant. Then he falls at the feet of the doctor and requests him, you can't do like this. I may not know much about this. Please leave me. Then Mara said this story. Look at the reactions of the narrator here. Hearing this story, I also showed my irritation and said. So who showed here the irritation? The narrator. Because he knew that his stories are false. His stories are imaginary ones. He disbelieved him and said there, yours is a cock and bull story, totally fabricated. If you had gone and searched near the bamboo bush where you hurt your hand, would you not have found the leaf and the plant? So this was the practical question which has been put forth by K.P. Purnachandra Tejashvi to Mara. Do you know, at the time, Mara once again tries to say one more story here related to the creeper. He said that this particular creeper will be used by the snake catchers and the people who will be there as mongoose catchers. They will chew this leaf to keep out of the poison from the snakes or snake's bite. This is what he says there. If they are bitten by poisonous snakes, they immediately chew this leaf and thus cure themselves. Mara did not have any teeth on the right side of his mouth is the second story here. First story is related to the doctor and way he couldn't show the creeper. And meanwhile, he also said about the cowcalls and mongooses. How are they going to chew that creeper and put away from the creepers as well. The second story which could be known to us here is Mara has lost the teeth on the right side. Out of curiosity, the narrator questioned here, how can you lose the teeth only on the right side? Mara was not of so aged. Then he narrates the story here, which was too wonderful. Do you know what was that story? To trap the rabbits, Mara once led a trap in the forest, and before the early morning, he leaves his home so that he can get his catch or else someone can take it away. Do you know, the moment when Mara reached, what had happened? The trap was empty. No creatures had run into it. Then, with lot of disappointment, Mara wanted to come back. But while he comes back to the home, before he will trek back, he wanted to wash his face and brush his teeth. So he had selected one stick and he tried to brush his teeth. When he brushes once, twice and thrice, he felt a bit taste called sore. Immediately he thought that he had selected the wrong stick. So he poured some water from the stream. He churned in his mouth. Then he spat it out. Surprise! Do you know what was that surprise? All the teeth which were touched by that stick came out and fall. This is how Mara has lost his right side teeth. Then you look at the reactions of the narrator. I rebuked him. Hey Mara, if you want to tell lies, they must be at least believable. Mara said, can't you see that I have lost all those teeth? Then come and show me the plant. This is how he reacts to the story. But at last, they discussed on a funny note by saying that if you go to the forest, you may also find such a creeper which can get back your youth. For which Mara says, I didn't want even that youth, because if I will be once again young, I have to get married and the remaining things have to follow, with which I have been fed up. The next part of the story can be seen in the next video. Thank you very much. Await for the next video. In the previous video of unit number 3, K.P. Purnachandra Tejasvi narrates there the experience of him with Mara, and here further Mara narrates one more wonderful story and an amazing story. Once he went to the forest with his friend. There he got a barking deer in his trap. That barking deer was taken to the stream, and there they have skinned it, and they got their portions and wrapped the portions in their leaves. Went home, and there they tried to prepare masala for it. When they are about to open that particular leaf which contains the meat, there was surprise of surprises. A small buck comes from that meat, and there it looks into the eyes of narrator, jumps and runs out of his home. This is the skill of Mara in narrating the story. Further, Mara says that his wife ignorantly just throws the leaves into the fire. This is how he narrates the story to the narrator. This is not believed by the narrator. He has reacted there. I was speechless and I did not ask Mara for any elaboration or explanation, because this was the height of his inventive genius. He was such a great creator of stories, Mara. But that man is now passed away from the world. Even the narrator has sold his estate. He couldn't hear about the story or about the medicinal creeper for so many years. Once again, he met there his friend, and his friend is none other than Appanna. Before we know about Appanna, we should know that who were the friends of the narrator. The narrator had got friendship with Appanna and Krishna. Apart from Krishna, we also can see there Mara and Sana. So many others were as his friends. Let's see the story of Appanna here. What will he narrate about this medicinal creeper? Appanna tells that if you squeeze the juice of this leaf into the milk, milk becomes hard. So it was wrongly perceived by Appanna for becoming curd. But he questions in turn as practically as it was done with Mara. Have you seen it? Was the question to Appanna. But Appanna said that where should I bring milk for all this type of experience? But he went on listening to the stories about the creeper, but for the first time he wants to test it. This test was supported by his friend and a plant pathologist called Chandru. When this was announced in front of other friends, they laughed at them and they said that you are going to waste a liter of milk. Even though once they were considered as fools, let them consider so, but they have to do the experiment and they have to conduct the experiment. From the experiment, they knew that, as Appanna had explained, it had turned into liquid states to harder state, that is solid state. This has been found, and at last Appanna too didn't reveal him what disease or what diseases can it cure. Further, he had some experience or few truths which were known to him only in the company of Krishna. Krishna was a close friend of the narrator. Krishna was a strong and healthy man earlier, but this time when he had met him, then he saw that he had become too weak. He expected that he might had piles. He knew that in allopathy, only with the help of surgery that pile can be kept away. He thought about the conditions of Krishna's family. Only with the work of Krishna he could look after the family. He thought about his wife and the two children. Immediately he has given certain amount to Krishna as help. He went to the doctor. There the doctors also confirmed that yes, this is piles, and for this he has to undergo the operation, surgery. Then Krishna, who thought about the consequences, if he will be hospitalized, he has to look after the family, which is impossible if he will be there in the hospital. So he thought of a Malayali sadhu who treated him on an earlier occasion when he had the boils on his body. When he had the boils on his body, then he went to Malayali sadhu. Malayali sadhu had given him the medicine, and that creeper has to be taken by him, and it has to be mixed with the milk for 10 days. From that 10 days onwards, those boils never turned up. Such a permanent solution was given by the Malayali sadhu. He was remembered and recalled by him. Immediately Krishna went to the Malayali sadhu for help. But this time Malayali sadhu has become too old and he couldn't even move and get the medicine which has to be given for Krishna. But he had said that I am going to describe you about the creeper. You have to get it and you have to mix it with the duck's egg and you have to chew it for 5 days, or you have to take it for 5 days. This is how you can keep out of the piles. On the next occasion, when Krishna had met the narrator, Krishna described about the medicinal creeper. Immediately he thought that yes, this resembles that of the creeper which I have seen. Mara had tied it, which had been explained by Appanna. They are same. Now it was explained by Krishna. So the narrator knew about this creeper. He went to the forest with Krishna and dug out that creeper. Out of curiosity there, the narrator also had chewed the tuber. Do you know? Here there is one more surprise for him. The surprise was that, of course, Krishna's illness was cured just in 5 days. But he too had pain in his leg, which was disappeared after chewing that particular creeper's tuber. He couldn't say that exactly it cures the pains of any kind, but he tells that he had swelling on his left leg. If he has to walk for longer distances, he has to jump and leap, but this had disappeared, for which the doctors had advised surgery. Of course, Krishna's disease, Krishna's piles improved, and just within 5 days it was completely cured. But we have to know from this particular story that even though the narrator is of nowhere concerned to this area of study, he studied and he tries to give the informations which were studied by him to the world so that he can retain the potency of Indian medicine system or medicinal system. This is what he tells at the end of the story. How can I say that this was the effect of the creeper? It could have been purely accidental. That's what the experience of Purnachandra Tejashvi when he chews that bit. Even if it was so, there are various types of swellings that occur in the human body, and this particular plant may be effective on only some of them. Who is going to do research into all these aspects? For people like Mara, research is of no importance at all. Even the Malayali Sadhu or Malayali Godman shared his knowledge with Krishna only because he was too old and weak, or else he would have gone to the forest himself and given Krishna the medicine as a secret portion. Do you know what is the drawback of these native doctors? These native doctors had the belief. Let's see what is that. One of the problems is that these native doctors believe that if they told others about their medicines, the medicines would lose their potency. This was the fear of them. Because of this blind belief, they didn't share the knowledge about the creepers with anybody else in the world. They die and the knowledge disappears, but the creepers will be of no use in the forest. This was the real plea of the narrator. Because of this belief, India's native medicinal systems are on the verge of extinction, is the fear of the narrator. So the people who knew about the creeper actually has to explain to the next generation so that the people can use the creepers as a medicine. The knowledge of the native doctors and the belief is the threat for the Indian medicinal system. So in the bird view, we have seen major aspects of this unit. Thank you very much.